Imagine a bird that builds a prison. It's not for his enemies, but for his own mate. A bird that seals the female inside a hollow tree, leaving her with no escape, no light, and no freedom for months on end. Is this an act of unimaginable cruelty? Or is it a brilliant survival strategy that defies all expectations? Welcome to the unbelievable and often shocking world of the hornbill. At first glance, the hornbill is a creature straight out of a fantasy story. It's instantly recognizable by its enormous, downward curving beak, and perched right on top of it, strange, often colorful helmet. This structure is called a casque, and it's not just for show. Hornbills use it like a megaphone to amplify their calls across the forest, and as a vibrant billboard to signal their health and status to other birds. You can find these magnificent birds soaring through the canopies of Africa and Southeast Asia, where they are famous for their intelligence, deep social bonds, and surprisingly human-like family dynamics. But of all their fascinating traits, nothing is more bizarre or more jaw-dropping than their nesting ritual. It's a story of love, imprisonment, and extreme sacrifice. When it's time to start a family, the female hornbill scouts for the perfect home, a natural cavity high up in a large tree. Once she finds a suitable hollow, something truly unbelievable begins to happen. She and her mates start to build a wall, using a mixture of mud, regurgitated fruit pulp, and even their own droppings. They work together to seal the entrance to the tree hollow. The wall gets thicker and harder until only a tiny, narrow slit remains, just wide enough for a beak to pass through. And then she goes inside. The male continues the work from the outside, sealing her in completely. The cozy tree hollow is transformed into a natural fortress, a dark, secure, and inescapable jail cell. For the next 3 months, and sometimes longer, the female hornbill is a prisoner in her own home. Why on earth would she agree to this? It sounds like a nightmare, a complete surrender of freedom. But from an evolutionary standpoint, this seemingly insane strategy is nothing short of genius. Inside this so-called prison, the female is safer than she could ever be out in the open. First, she lays her eggs. Then, she undergoes a process called a catastrophic molt, shedding all of her flight feathers at once. For several weeks, she is completely unable to fly, making her incredibly vulnerable. The mud wall is her shield. It's a formidable barrier that protects her and her defenseless chicks from predators like snakes, monkeys, and other birds of prey that would otherwise raid the nest. Her confinement also initiates a profound test of trust and partnership. While she is locked away, her mate becomes her sole lifeline. He takes on the role of hunter, protector, and provider. Every single day, without fail, he flies back and forth, tirelessly gathering fruits, insects, and small animals. He then returns to the nest and carefully passes the food to her and the growing chicks through that one narrow slit. His dedication is absolute. If he were to fail, if he were to be captured by a predator or simply give up, the entire family would perish. His survival is their survival. This period of intense, focused care forges one of the strongest parental bonds in the entire animal kingdom. After weeks of darkness and confinement, when the chicks are old enough to need more space and more food, another dramatic moment unfolds. The female, now with a fresh set of flight feathers, begins to break down the mud wall from the inside. Using her powerful beak, she chips away at the hardened barrier until it crumbles. Finally, she emerges. She is often skinny, weakened from the ordeal, but she is alive, and her chicks are thriving. But the story doesn't end there. In a remarkable act of cooperative parenting, she then helps the male reseal the nest, this time leaving the chicks inside. Now, both parents share the duty of feeding their young through the slit until the chicks are strong enough to break out on their own and take their first flight. This incredible teamwork makes hornbills one of the most devoted and successful bird families in nature. So, let's return to our original question. Locking the female in a mud chamber for months, is it genius or is it madness? It's easy to see it as a cruel act of imprisonment. But evolution has shaped this extraordinary behavior for one simple reason. It works. It provides unparalleled protection for the mother during her most vulnerable period, the molting ensures. The safety of her eggs and chicks from the constant threat of predators. It's a high-stakes strategy that filters out the weak. Only the strongest, most resourceful, and most devoted males can successfully raise a family, ensuring that the best genes are passed on to the next generation. It is a testament to the extreme lengths nature will go to for the sake of survival. So is the hornbill a genius architect or a mad jailer? Perhaps the truth is that it's a little bit of both. What seems like madness to us is, in fact, a masterclass in evolutionary strategy. One thing is for certain. No other bird on Earth raises its family with such a dramatic combination of imprisonment, sacrifice, and unwavering trust. It's a powerful reminder that in the wild, survival often demands the unimaginable. Now I have to ask you, would you be willing to stay locked in a room for months if it guaranteed the safety of your family? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you found this story as incredible as I did, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more unbelievable stories from the animal kingdom. Thanks for watching.